Hey everybody, come on in because we are back, y'all. We are back. I did a video the other day, just getting back into the groove of things, but this really is the first time we're back actually reviewing a show, y'all. And we are going to review Love After Lockup. I don't know if everybody out there is watching Love After Lockup, but y'all have got to watch this show with me. Y'all have got to watch it with me. I know the last time I was reviewing shows, I did Love during Lockup. Y'all know I'm new to the franchise. A lot of y'all been watching this series for so long. I'm new. I'm brand new. I'm a newbie. For the last Love during Lockup. But this season, we are on season 9, Love After Lockup. There's one couple that was from Love during Lockup that has rolled over to Love After Lockup. And that was Shante and Troy. So they started on Love during Lockup. And now he was still in prison. And that's where it ended after Love during Lockup. But now they've switched over and now they Love After Lockup, which is the good part. This really is the good part. I liked Love during Lockup, but it was limiting, y'all. It was really limiting. It was kind of like the backstory because we didn't know who they were. So we got a lot of information about him. But now we get into the nitty gritty. I mean, the real nitty gritty, because the folks is coming out. The folks is coming out, and it's going to be a hot mess. It's going to be a hot mess. Any of y'all watch that show, Pop the Balloon? I know I watched that show. I like it. I really do like the show. But one thing I be getting mad about on the show is folks be popping their balloon before the people even get to the mic, start telling them about themselves. Folks be judging them real early, and I be like, dang, let them talk before you judge them. Well, guess what, y'all? I got my own balloon. I got my own balloon, and you know what I'm gonna do? Pop it. I'm popping the balloon because I'm gonna tell you right now, none of these people gonna make it. They're not gonna make it. I don't see it. But I'm here for the train wreck. I am here for the train wreck, and I hope you are too, because I already watched episode 1, and we're going to talk about it now, and I found it quite interesting. So I hope y'all will give it a chance. I hope y'all will watch it with me. I think a couple other shows are coming on I might want to watch. Well, I know I'm going to watch them. I hope it'll be good enough for me to review them, and that's going to be the Braxtons. I think the Braxtons are coming on maybe in another week or two, so I'm definitely going to review that. But right now, we got to talk about this Love After Lockup. But we got to meet the couples. And one of the couples is Hope and Arthur. Girl, Hope with this pink hair. In this pink hair, there was one scene in the episode where Hope was coming to meet Arthur because he was getting out of prison, and Arthur's mama was already there, and Arthur's mama was mad because Hope was late, and the mama was mad because they wouldn't release Arthur to her. Arthur could only get released to Hope, so the mama was all mad. Mama act like Arthur is her boyfriend, but okay mama, we're gonna get to that. I got a few things to say about that. But the most funny scene was when the mama said, Hope, girl, why you so late? And Hope said, because I have to look good. Then that mama looked her up and down. And that's all she had to do. She didn't have to say nothing. We knew exactly what that mama was saying, because Hope looked a hot mess. She looked a hot mess in that dress. She looked a hot mess with this pink hair. A hot pink mess. Maybe that's what we call it. She need to get her some shapewear. She really do need to get her some shapewear. Or she needs to not wear these types of clothes. I don't know which one it should be. Get some shapewear or not wear these types of clothes. Because, you know, when they be showing some of these pictures of these people, they be catfishing us a little bit, y'all. I'm not going to lie. I think they catfish us because they show pictures of the people, like their pictures they've been sending to the inmates. And then we see them, you know, current day. I'm like, ooh, that look quite a bit different. I guess they say, listen, if you're going to be in prison for 13 years, I can send you a 13-year-old picture. I guess that's the rule. If you're going to do 13 years, then I can send you a picture of me when you first went in. Because I tell you, some of these pictures be This is catfishing. This is catfishing. But anyway, Hope is a truck driver, y'all. And her little bio says she's supposed to have this tough exterior, but she got a soft side for her boyfriend, Arthur. And, Arthur's currently behind bars. And I forget, let me look. What was Arthur in jail for? I like to know what he was in jail for. I'd be interested in these prison sentences. Because I'm like, do we need some prison reform or what? But Hope and Arthur, let me see what he was in jail for. Stealing cars and evading arrest. That's what Arthur's 29 years old. He did 4 years in prison. And it was for stealing a car and then evading an arrest. Funny thing is, they said he was down here in San Bernardino, which ain't far from where I live, in the prison down there. I wonder if he was one of them low-speed chases on the... They be putting those on the news. They put those... they don't be low-speed chases. They be high-speed chases. Do they put those in other cities? Because they do it all the time out here in L.A. And maybe Arthur was one of them, because he got 4 years for stealing cars and evading the police. Crime don't pay, y'all. Crime does not pay. I wonder why he was stealing cars. I wonder if it was for the catalytic converters. Was that going on in y'all's state, your city? Because that was, I still think it's a big dot deal. People out here stealing catalytic converters and taking them to get money for them. It was a big old racket. I wonder if that's what Arthur was doing. But anyway, I ain't going to speculate. But anyway, Arthur's going to be getting out. He didn't get out in this episode, but he's going to be getting out soon. It ended with Hope waiting for him to come out. But they say they in love. They got some trust issues. We're going to talk about that some more. And the backstory is that at one point in time, Hope cheated on Arthur when he was incarcerated. Is it possible to cheat on someone in prison? If you in prison and you doing a whole lot of time, isn't it just an open relationship? I don't know. I don't know how much more open you get in a relationship when your man is in prison for a lot of years. But Arthur said he ain't gonna stick around. He said if Hope continues to sleep around and cheat on him, he is not gonna stick around. He may not stick around once he sees Hope, period. Once he sees Hope, I don't know. I really don't know if he's gonna stick around at all. So we're going to definitely have to talk about them as a couple. We're going to go through what went on in the show with them. And then we had, oh, good Lord, we had Kim and Joey. This is a train wreck waiting to happen. A train wreck waiting to happen. Kim's like a mom. She got 2 kids, 2 little boys. And I guess she and Joey, they used to go to school together, high school together. And back in the day, I guess she's like, "Ooh, Joey. He was like a little bad boy in high school. He's still a bad boy." And Kim is a serial dater. She get married though. She gets married. She gets a relationship, but she's a serial relationship girl. Self-confessed. I ain't putting the label on her. She's a self-confessed serial. She says she can't remember the last time she was single for more than a day or two, because she don't even break up with a man before she get with the next man. She be overlapping her relationships, talk about situationships. She's the queen of situationships. And the show ended this week with her hearing about Joey got some news in prison. Some girl texted him in prison saying, "Hey, I don't know why you trusting Kim, because Kim out here running around with her ex-husband." And Joey's on the phone. Joey calling on the phone. Kim, is this true? Is this true? I guess we're going to find out next week. Is it true? You know she's going to deny it, though. You know she is going to deny it. She seems like she got the sweetest daddy, though. But you know what? I'm going to say this about people. I'm going to say this about women who have really sweet, responsible fathers. Sometimes the women with really sweet financially and responsible fathers, they end up getting with bad boys. It's one of the weirdest things you see. They always tell people, hey, It's good to have a daddy around, for the girls, and so that way they don't get with no bad boys or people they shouldn't be with. But sometimes you find, y'all, that those girls get with bad boys. And I've always, thought about it. I said, I wonder what makes it happen. But I really did hone in on it on this episode, because it wasn't just Kim who's with the bad boys. Another girl on here, I'm going to talk about her. She's a preacher's kid. Same thing with her. She loved dipping onto the other side. She loved going over to the other side of the tracks. And one of the things, this is my theory. This is just my theory. It's my YouTube channel. My theory is I think that they have this stability at home and it's really safe and secure. And they want a little excitement in their life. And honestly, they have this ability where they can go have their excitement, and if things go wrong, they can always come back home to daddy, because remember, daddy is the safe, secure place. So they kind of can get in this little really bad pattern where daddy is the safe security. No matter what I need, my daddy's going to be there for me. But because I've grown up with all this stability and comfort and all this other kind of stuff, I want to seek this sort of bad boy who offers this excitement, but I don't really have nothing to lose, because the minute things go wrong over here with this man, all I do is run back over here to my daddy. I mean, I see it a lot, and I definitely see some of that going on with a couple of these women on this show. And that woman I'm talking about, her name is, which girl is it? I think it is, it is Latisha. Oh, no. It's Zariah. Her name is Zariah. Zariah is a preacher's kid. And Zariah is, she married Troy. She married to Troy. She a pastor's daughter. She said she grew up in a strict household. She can have no sleepovers. She can go nowhere. But she must have gone somewhere, because she said all she does is like prisoners. She like going over to the dark side. She like the other side of the tracks. And she married Troy. And they busy up here, the bishops, they trying to get Troy to be come to the church and be a pastor. Lord have mercy. Why he got to go from a jail cell to be a pastor? Can't he first just start getting up in front and doing a testimony? Why y'all trying to make the prison man, the inmate, already a pastor from the very beginning? The parents is doing too much. They really are doing too much. No wonder Zariah over here running across the train tracks trying to hang out with the bad boys. But I think that's too much. You don't want to take a man from prison straight to the pulpit. Make sure he's reformed before you do that. Dang, but he can't sit up and give a testimony. Everybody can give a testimony. But I'm not quite sure he should be leading a congregation, a bishop. Come on now. And we still got Shante and True. Like I said, Shantae's love story began on Love during lockup. And now they moved over here. Remember, Shante was the one that has spent $40,000 on True. This whole thing about she had one house over here, another house over here. She was selling a house so she could be closer to True, so she could run up and down and be close to him when he got out of prison, so he could live with her. But come to find out, she never really even visited True in jail. And True, like, you know what? I don't really understand. You wrote me. You sent me over $40,000. You done a lot of stuff for me, but you never came to visit me. And I really believed it was because Shante was afraid that True was not going to like her. And when she saw True, True got out. True got out on this episode, and Lord have mercy, he was big. He was really big, because all he be doing up in there is pumping iron. Pumping iron. And Shante said, "Ooh, you sure are big." And she's really short. But I think she got some insecurities, because she was really afraid he wouldn't like her. But right at this point in time, I don't even think Troy is looking at her face or nothing. True done made it pretty clear. His name is True. He just want to get it on. He said he ain't touched a woman in 13 years. he's ready to do a lot more than touching. Shante better go on over there and get her some Advil, because her JJ gonna be on fire. She better go get her some Advil and bring down that inflammation, because oh my goodness, that true fella, he big, y'all. He really is big. He gonna wear her out. She better go get her a heating pad, put it between her legs, and get some Advil. Y'all ever had a headache in your vajayjay? A headache in your vajayjay. What's the last couple? Leticia and Keith. Good Lord. I think the funny thing about Latisha, she did a light bulb moment. She did a moment where the light bulb comes on. Because there was one part, Latisha, she a thriving business owner. She seemed like she got it going on. Because she got a couple of employees. She says she's accountant and she does taxes for business people. And her man Troy went into jail for I think it's drug trafficking. Isn't that what he did? No, yeah, I think it was drug trafficking. That's what he was in jail for. Let me see. Drug distribution. So this is a woman, Latisha, 37 years old. Keith done 16 years for drug distribution. And Latisha said, and remember, Latisha does an accountant and does businesses taxes. She said she wanted Keith to join the business. What business wants Keith, who's been in drug distribution, doing their business taxes and having access to all their records? Not me. Girl, I'm all into reform, but we need to take baby steps. There needs to be some time in between prison and you handling my taxes with my Social Security and my tax ID and all access and my bank account information. There needs to be some time between it. So I don't think Latisha, she don't be thinking. She really does not. She's not thinking, y'all. But let's really get into it. That's just a quick introduction of the couples, but I really want to talk about these couples one-on-one, more, because I found the episode interesting, y'all. So if y'all ain't watching, I really do want y'all to watch it. Give it a chance. One episode, come back, let me know. And for those of you who have already watched it, let's get our laugh on, because this season looks like it's going to be good, y'all. It really looks like it's good. So we're going to start with Zariah and Troy. Like we said, Troy done been in jail for 7 years for criminal possession and attempted robbery. Now, the thing about Zariah, she got this 11-year-old son, and she a pastor kid, PK child. And all she did was going on to about how she was sheltered. I ain't got no friends. I can't have no sleepovers, but she was all into the guys from the hood. But then they showed her daddy, and next thing you know, he started switching and running, talking about, I'm a run to my player closet, and he was waving his little white handkerchief, and he was switching his hips. I was like, oh, good Lord. What we got going on? Was it just me? Was I the only one who noticed that Zariah's daddy was switching and waving his white flag when I'm going into my prayer closet? It was a lot. It was a lot going on, and they dated for 5 years total. I guess it's what I don't know. Maybe it was 5 years, or they dated 5 years ago, but they've been married for 3 years. So they are married. But the funny thing about the love story is that Zariah was really dating the cellmate of Troy. This is tacky. I didn't think you could get any tackier than meeting men in prison and dating men in prison. But what's tackier is your man is in jail. Your husband is in jail. And then you talking to your husband on the phone. And then your husband puts up the phone or shows you, hey, this is my cellmate, Troy. And then you say, ooh, I like Troy better than you. Lord have mercy. This is from the PK shop. This is the PK. This is the PK. So she left her husband the first inmate, for the cellmates, for his cellmate. How did that go over in prison? How the heck are you going to be in prison and your cellmate take your wife from you and you in prison? Did nobody get shanked? You mean to tell me nobody got shanked over this? This is just wild. But then I guess Troy has some morals though. Troy said, no, I got some morals. I'm not going to date you while you still married to your ex. And we both cellmates and in prison. So then Zariah said, okay, you won't date me until after I get a divorce. Let me go ahead and get this divorce right away so I can date you. Woo! No wonder Zariah is rejecting the Bible, because this ain't nowhere in the Bible. Zariah said, I want to do what I want to do. I can't be tied to this organized religion, because she said she's not really into religion. She said she's not into organized religion, but she more into this other lady she go to later on in the episode. She go see this tarot card reader, this psychic lady. Her name is Patrice. She said, I'm not into organized religion, but I'm into Patrice. I really trust her. And she believed that she a prophet of God. So I guess that's this new thing where you're not religious. You don't believe in religion, but you believe in God. And God is not part of religion. And then, but I believe that Patrice is a prophet of God. It can get a little confusing. I know some of y'all going to drop it down in my comments and explain it to me. It could get a little confusing. I understand the part about organized religion. You don't believe in organized religion, even though you're a PK child and all this other kind of stuff. But we're going to see how much you really believe in Patrice. Because first she heard from her mom and daddy that she should not be with Troy. And she said, well, I don't believe in religion. That mom and daddy probably said, Jesus told me you shouldn't be with this man. And she said, well, I don't really believe in organized religion, and I don't believe in Jesus, so I really don't care what you say Jesus said, mama and daddy. I'm going to do what I want to do. But I do believe in Patrice, and Patrice is a prophet of God. But by the end of the episode, even Patrice with the tarot cards was telling her, girl, this is a hot mess. The tarot card reader was telling her, girl, this is a hot mess. So I wonder now, do we think Zariah is going to listen to the tarot card reader too? No, you know she ain't. You know she ain't going to listen to her either. Pretty soon she going to be saying, I don't believe in religion and I don't believe in this tarot cards. Because Zariah, she want to do what she want to do. These parents come out, I hope y'all going to be in church every Sunday. Lord have mercy, parents. These people ain't gonna be in church. They not gonna be in church. Not even on Easter Sunday. Even Troy said we ain't gonna be there. They're like, we're gonna be camping. No, they said we ain't gonna be there. They said we're gonna be hiking. We're gonna be doing a whole lot of stuff. We ain't going to church. We ain't even gonna be bedside Baptists. We not even gonna be watching church on the TV. We ain't going. We ain't watching it on the TV. We're gonna be going hiking. They not even bedside Baptists. Troy over talking about he's a woman magnet. He said he has a woman magnet, and when he first get out, he gonna have to contact a lot of people. I guess what he's saying is when he get out, there's gonna be a whole lot of people waiting for him. This ain't looking good. Like I said, where's my balloon? I need to pop another balloon because this ain't gonna make it. This is not gonna make it. And I'm feeling bad for these kids, y'all. These women making these bad decisions, but then wrapping these kids up in it. It's a whole nother level. It's one level when you make bad decisions for your own self. It's a whole nother level when you bring kids into it and you start making bad decisions for your kids. So you got your decisions, your bad decisions, and now you wrapping your kids into it. And she got this one son. He's singing in the choir, everything. He's just an innocent kid. She said that Troy already adopted him. I wonder if he get any say so in that. Did he want Troy to adopt him? Did he want Troy to adopt him? I guess she felt like he ain't got no daddy here present, so the next best daddy is a man in prison. Nah, that ain't no good move. Then, you know what else I didn't like? What she did? She said she left the birth certificate blank. So she said that when her son was born, she didn't put nobody on the birth certificate. She said she knew the daddy was. I hope she knew who the daddy was. Some people don't be putting people on the birth certificate because they don't know who the daddy is. But she seemed like she know who the daddy is. But she said that she didn't put him on the birth certificate because he wasn't acting like no daddy. So maybe he must have left before the boy was even born. But when did birth certificates, which is a record, start becoming like a petition? She up here using the birth certificate as a weapon to get back at the man who fathered her child, when I don't think that's the intent of a birth certificate, y'all. I mean, this little boy's gonna grow up one day, and I would think that he deserves a record somewhere of who is his father. He might need to check his genealogy. He might need to do a lot of things when it comes to genealogy, health, or something. I don't agree with that, ladies. I don't agree with you changing records because you don't want to have nothing to do with the daddy. Listen, the birth certificate don't mean do you get along with the father. The birth certificate means who fathered this child. Okay, I'm not talking about is he a father to the child. That's fine. That's fine. He ain't no father to the child. But the birth certificate belongs to the child. It's his record. Why are we just interrupting children's rights in the world to know who their daddies are and who their family, who their blood family is because the woman got a problem with the man? Nah. You see, when I start looking at all these decisions with Zariah, you know, I start to see a woman who has decided that she just want to do the hell what she want to do. She not really caring about too many other people. She's really not caring about her mom and the daddy. She talk about how she doesn't like religion, but she go to a tarot card reader. And then when she go to the tarot card reader and the tarot card reader tell her the same thing her mom and daddy told her, where they got a sign from God. And then she get the sign. She don't want to listen to neither one of them. Well, who do you listen to, Zariah? Who do you listen to? And then you intervene in your son's life above and beyond a way in which I don't think you should do. How the heck can Troy consent or not consent to being adopted by a man that he don't even know? How the hell are you going to keep the birth father off the birth certificate, but then have your convict in prison husband adopt a son that he ain't never met? I don't agree with none of this. None of this, none of this, and none of this. And then she got her little sister living with her. So this is going to be the next big thing. She got her sister living with her, Zion. Okay. Zion living up in the house with Zariah. And Zion's talking about, you know what? I'm not really comfortable living with no man coming here. I don't know this man. I'm living up in here as a female. I don't know this man. What he in prison for? What he do? I may not feel safe. She don't feel comfortable. And what does Zariah say? I don't care. Girl, I don't care. I need this for myself. I need this for myself. I'm telling you, Zariah don't care about nobody but herself. She even said the only thing she worried about when this man come home from prison is if his penis is big enough. That's all she caring about. She ain't caring about her son. She ain't caring about her sister. She ain't caring about her mom and daddy. She ain't care about that prophet of God, tarot card reader, whatever she said. All she cared about is if his penis is big enough. And then she said, if it ain't big enough, they've already agreed he's going to go get a penis enlargement. Woo, Lord have mercy. This ain't going to go well. This is not going to go well. But she sure has spent a lot of money on him. She said that she has spent over $50,000 on this man. I sure hope this ain't church money. $50,000? Where the heck does she get $50,000 from to spend on an inmate? I sure hope she ain't in the collection plate at the church. I sure hope these parents ain't giving her money, and then she using the money to be giving this man $50,000. Y'all, she made this man a money bouquet. She said when he get home, she got a money bouquet for him, and then she had wads of cash for him. She said, you know what? She said she's a chief executive for this, I guess it's like a nonprofit for the formerly incarcerated. And I guess maybe together they started the organization, she and her husband. How can he start the organization and he's in prison? What kind of work can you do from prison? This ain't making no sense. But she said she attract money. So when I say to you, where did you get $50,000 from? I guess if she was standing here in front of me, she goes, girl, she'll probably tell me, girl, don't worry about where I get my money from. I attract money. That's why I spend it freely. She said, I ain't never had no problem getting money. So I don't need to be scared that I'm going to lose it, because I attract money like bees, like honey and bees. Bees and honey. And so I guess she must attract a lot of it, because she was willing to drop $50,000 on this man. And she said she got to keep his wallet full. Her sister was like, you really sure you want to do this? You really think this direction you really need to be going in? And she pulled up her shirt, y'all, and she had the man's whole name tattooed on the side of her waistline. Troy. Big. It really was like the whole length of her side. It wasn't like no small little tattoo. It was huge. I don't know. Zariah, girl, I don't know who she gonna listen to. She ain't listen to her mama and daddy. Like I said, that tarot card reader told her that Troy's energy is bad. That's what she told her. His energy is bad, and y'all gonna have a lot of communication issues, trust issues, everything. And she said he got a lot to tell you, a lot of secrets he ain't told you yet. A lot of secrets. And she said, well, are we gonna make it? She asked the tarot card reader, are we gonna make it? And that tarot card reader said, no, hell to the no. Y'all ain't gonna make it. She whipped out the breakup card. I don't know what the breakup card looked like. Whatever one she laid down on that table, it was the one that said, y'all ain't gonna make it. But do you think Zariah gonna turn around and go the opposite direction? No, because Zariah don't listen to nobody. Like I said, she don't listen to her mom and daddy. She don't listen to her sister. She don't listen to the tarot card reader. She want to do the hell she want to do. And she ain't looking out for nobody but herself. Nobody. It's sad to see. And like I said, it was really sad is she done brought that little boy into it. That's what I really. A lot of these people, they all got kids. All these ladies got kids. And a lot of them got young kids too. And I don't know. I think they just making decisions for their children. Big decisions. And their children really haven't had an opportunity to weigh in. Because you can see that's going over there too with Latisha. Okay, we need to get her. Leticia dating Keith. Keith's the drug dealer for 16 years. She that accountant business person I was talking about. And Keith was into drug distribution. But he getting out early because they got them sentencing laws changed. So they was basically saying the stuff that Keith went to jail for, in today's laws, he wouldn't be in jail this many years. His sentence would have got reduced. So he's getting out on an early release. So next thing you know, she's sitting in her office. She find out, ooh, my husband's coming home. She running through the whole tax account office to office, telling all the ladies, my husband is coming home. But her daughter ain't too excited. She got a daughter. I think her daughter is 15 years old. You know that age, 15 years old, beautiful young lady. And she ain't for it. She ain't for this man coming home. This man had been in prison for 16 years. I can't remember how long they've been married, but I know after meeting each other, they got married in 2 years. And another weird kind of way they met. Well, I guess it ain't weird. Maybe this is the way they meeting these days. That another convict introduced her to this man. What kind of dating app is this? Is this a dating app? Jeez Louise. And the tax accountant said that she went into Keith's account and bought her own self a $15,000 ring. Well, this is what I want to know. When you distribute drugs and you go to jail for 16 years and you made all this money illegally, they let you keep the money? How does a drug distribution person in prison have a bank account that fat? There are people out here on the outside living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, shoot, if they car, bust a water hose in the car or whatever, they can't get their car fixed, but you got a drug distribution felon with $15K sitting in the account. And Latisha, who is the accountant, the business tax accountant, said she went in that account and bought her own self a $15,000 ring. He was mad. But what you gonna do from prison? Nothing. What you gonna do in prison? Nothing. So now she said she got to run to her up and buy him a ring. I know she ain't gonna spend $15,000 on his. She probably gonna spend about $100, $150 at best. But she said she been celibate 4 to 5 years. She can't wait to be with her husband. She said she feel like she done gone back to her church roots. Girl, I don't know. It ain't the same thing. I don't think it's the same thing, but we're going to give you credit for Latisha. She said she back to her church roots. She was celibate for 4 to 5 years, but she said she is ready now. She's ready now. They got a blended family. They got 7 kids together. I think she has 2 kids, which means I guess he had 5. 5 what? 5 by 5 baby mamas? How many? I don't know. How blended is the family? Are you blended kids and ex-wives or ex-girlfriends? I need to know. But she's real close with Marsha. I guess that's her aunt. But her daughter, her poor daughter, that was the one I'm telling you something. I really felt bad for her kids the most. One, I felt bad. She got one kid, one young daughter. Her name is Jakira, I think. And she's only like, how old was Jakira? She looked young. She only looked like she might have been about 7 years old or something. And she's just so, anxious for a daddy. She really is anxious for a father. And when the father, when the man, what's his name again? I forget. Keith called home. Shakira was like, "You gonna help me, build my dollhouse?" At first he was like, "Nah, I ain't gonna help you. I ain't building no dollhouse." He said, "Nah, I got you. I'm gonna help you." I don't know. I didn't really believe it. Did y'all believe it? Did y'all believe it when he said he was gonna do it? I believed the first answer when he said, "Nah, I ain't doing that," because I think he felt it was too soft. That's really the answer I believe the most. But then he said, "Nah, I got you." I hope he proved me wrong. Because when that little girl was crying because she so badly wanted a father. And I'm sure she don't want no daddy in prison. And he ain't her birth father. But at this point, she like, I take what I can get. If I can't get no daddy that ain't in prison, I'm going to take one in prison. But I hope he turned out to be the daddy she hoping for. It's a big risk. This is a big risk, lady. It's a big risk. I just didn't like it. And that daughter who's 15, she ain't buying it. She ain't buying it. She had an attitude, and rightfully so. She said, I wish instead of him coming here first, he'd go live somewhere else first, and we slowly get introduced. I get it. She's 15 years old. She developing as a female. You mean she gonna wake up one day and the next day she gonna have a whole man she never met, never did nothing, ex-con living in the house with her? That messes up a child's safety, a feeling of being safe and secure. I don't know why the mama don't see it. I don't know why, because they too busy thinking about getting sexed up. All these ladies, all they talking about is getting sexed up. That's it. How good the man look, how they want to get sexed up. I mean to tell you, y'all, sometimes I think these women are more over-sexualized than the men. The women talk about it even more than the men, And they putting their kids to the side for a little ding-a-ling. That ding-a-ling ain't going nowhere. What would be wrong with that man first staying somewhere else, meeting the kids before they come into the house? It ain't like the man is these kids' father and, he coming back to the home. That's not what's going on here. I'm with the kids. I'm with Zariah. That was her name. I'm with her. I'll be up in my room locking the door. Zariah, lock your door, girl. Lock your door. You don't know who this man is and this mama up here. First, she want to open up her whole business and other people's books. Other people's books to this felon. I don't trust her. I don't trust no accountant that's willing to open up my tax ID and my social security number to a felon, a drug distribution felon, before he's proved he's reformed. I'm all for reentry. I'm all for reducing recidivism, but you're going to need to prove it. You're going to need to prove it first before I give you my tax ID and my social security number and access to my daughter. Dang, these men ain't got to do nothing but walk out of prison with some slippers and a box. And these women open up their bank accounts. They open up their homes. They open up their children's lives. They done made men adopt their children. This is some badass decision making. I'm starting to get mad just sitting on here talking about it, y'all. I'm starting to get mad even thinking about it. When I saw that little girl crying, I was getting mad. And I'm getting mad all over again. This is a hot mess. A very, very hot mess. Now, I don't know if this next couple, Hope and Arthur, I don't think that she got any kids. Did I miss it? I don't think she got any kids. She got her hands full with that pink hair. She can't handle no kids because she got her hands full with that pink hair, because that pink hair is unruly. You talk about having some badass kids. She got some badass pink hair. That pink hair is damaged. Damaged. It don't even look good, y'all. He the one that went to jail, like I said, for evading arrest. He was running around in a stolen car, and the police probably had one of them helicopters in LA chasing him, because that's what they do out here in California. They will chase you in a helicopter. Woo, you be riding through the streets of LA or whatever else, and shoot, they will chase you down with the helicopter. We used to call it the ghetto bird. Y'all remember the show Boys in the Hood? It was in Boys in the Hood, and they would show the helicopters flying over. It was called the ghetto bird, because back in the day, they would only fly that ghetto bird in the hood. That was why it was called Boys in the Hood. They would never fly that ghetto bird in no rich neighborhoods, because it'd be loud. But shoot, ain't no hide now. They fly that helicopter, don't matter where they are in the city. You could be in Beverly Hills. They gonna fly that helicopter. They gonna fly the helicopter. So people are always trying to evade the police, but they always get caught. You can't outrun no helicopter. These folks, I tell you, I bet you Arthur was on TV, Channel 5 News. When she called him up, you know how they be talking about it. She called him up. She said, "Arthur, what you doing?" Arthur said, "Chilling and working out." What a good life. Chilling and working out. Chilling and working. That's why a lot of these prisoners go back to prison. Because I'm going to tell you, they go back to prison because everybody talk about how bad prison is, but the life be hard too. They chilling and working out. Wait till he got to come out and get a job, and Hope is on the road all the time being a truck driver. Maybe Arthur will become a truck driver, and they can be a team, a truck driving team. I hope that's their plans. I hope that is their plans. But another couple that met through an inmate. Woo! Met through an inmate. She said once she saw Arthur, she was hooked. He was sexy. He had tattoos. Once again, it's all about sex and lust. Lust. Nothing more. They don't look at nothing beyond the body of these men. And honestly, Hope's body ain't popping. Her body is not. It was popping when he first went in 4 years ago, but it ain't popping now. I don't know. She need to get, what's Kim Kardashian's brand? Skims? Some shapewear. She needs some Skims or something. She says she's nervous to meet him. She should be, because she look a little different. She got a whole lot more split ends. She definitely got a whole lot more split ends than she had before, because them pictures she was showing before, I tell you, This could be. She need to be put in prison for that catfishing. Is that illegal? It need to be. It need to be. But that mama, let me tell you something. Ugh. That mama, I don't even know what that mama's doing. I really don't agree with the way that mama's talking to Hope either. Honestly. Mama, you had your time. You raised him. That was your time. Your time with him was when you raised him. And it is what it is. Whatever happened, happened. I know you tried your best, hopefully. Hopefully you tried your best. But whether you tried your best and it didn't work out the way you wanted, your son didn't turn out, or whether you didn't try your best and he is here now, girl, you need to step the hell back. You need to step back. Because he done made his choice, and his choice is Hope. That's his choice. Whether you agree with it or not, it's his choice. You had your moment where you were the complete influencer in his life, and for whatever reason, your voice was not being heard. And so he listened to Hope now. And now what she worried about is because Hope had another boyfriend or cheated on him. Girl, your whole son out here stealing cars and evading arrest from the police. And what you worried about is a girl that cheated on your son while he was in prison. Your priorities are in the wrong place. You all down the neck of Hope. You need to be worried about your son stealing cars and evading the arrest of police. That's what you need to be worried about. Not what Hope is doing with her P thing. That's not what you really should be worried about. But I think, some of these mothers be acting like these sons of theirs is their boyfriend. He ain't your boyfriend. He's your son. He's a 29-year-old man that has chosen to be with this woman. And you act like the bad influence is Hope because she cheated on him. That's the bad influence. That's the judgment. The judgment is on her. And when she was late, she was like, well, why are you late? And Hope said, well, I had to look good. And then she looked Hope up and down in that outfit Hope had on. I don't even know why Hope wore that dress. It was a bad choice. Hope ain't making the best decisions. She ain't making the best decision being with this man. She ain't making the best decision with this pink hair. And she definitely didn't make the best decision with this dress. But they sitting over here fighting over who supported him the most while he was in prison. I supported him. No, I supported him. No, I supported him. It sounded like Arthur was playing you both. It sounded like Arthur told Hope, my mama don't support me, so can you send me some money? And then he went over and told his mama, Hope don't support me. Can you send some money? So mama want to be the boyfriend to her son, was she getting played like a girlfriend? Because Arthur done played both of them. Arthur was collecting from both of them while he was in prison. And now they want to take the grand prize for supporting him. And Arthur done played both of them. Both of them. But that mama need to back up. That mama needs to back up because she don't know what's going on. They might have had an open relationship. And the last thing she need to be worried about is the fact that Hope cheated on Arthur and he running around here stealing cars and evading police. People's mad out here with these people stealing cars and carjacking people and stealing catalytic converters. And you worried about what that girl did with her P thing. Ugh. That mama got on my nerves, y'all. She got on my nerves. But who else we got to talk about? Oh, we got to talk about Shante and Troy. They're the rollovers. They're the carryover from the love during lockup. I didn't know Troy was from Chicago. He said he grew up in the streets of Chicago, probably South Side, right? And that considered the tough side of Chicago was South Side. He said he was looking for a role model. He couldn't find one, so he ended up finding them in the wrong life. The wrong life. He was in jail for 13 years. Robbery. He said robbery was fun to him. Oh, well, he had to correct himself. He said robbery is fun. But he's, oh, no, it used to be. Ooh, get it right. Is it present tense or past tense? He said it stemmed from he don't like authority. He don't like to, well, girl, where are you going to work? Where are you going to work if you don't like authority? You ain't going to listen to nobody. You're going to have to be with, I guess you're going to have to be with all these other people running around here talking about I'm an entrepreneur. Listen, ladies, if you dating out here in the world and men go around talking about I'm an entrepreneur, make sure that person ain't an entrepreneur because they don't like authority. Because that's what it seems to be now. A bunch of people are running around saying, I don't like to do nothing anybody tells me to do. I want to do the hell what I want to do. And so therefore I got to be an entrepreneur, which means I don't want to listen to nobody and do what no one else says. So because he didn't want to listen to nobody, he decided he was going to go out and rob some banks. He said he went and robbed a bank, and it was supposed to be the getaway driver. And he said, next thing you know, he looked out the window of the bank, and the getaway driver wasn't even in the getaway car. The getaway driver was getting away from him while he was robbing the bank. He said he ran about 2 blocks, and he got caught. He probably, I know you're going to get caught. Like I said, you can't outrun no ghetto bird. He got caught, and next thing you know, he was doing 13 years. 13 years. I think he went in when he was young. From what I remember doing Love During Lockup, I think he was young when he went in. Or maybe that was somebody else, but he did 13 years, and the whole time he was in there, he got engaged to Shante. They engaged. They've been engaged for a year and a half, but he ain't never seen her. Shante said, I ain't visiting you. I just want a phone relationship. Shante need to be on that other show, Never Ever Met. Shante want a phone relationship. I'm going to tell you right now, Shante ain't going to be with True. They're going to break up. And Shante going to go back and get another boyfriend in prison. Because Shante really don't want no real relationship. Shante want a phone relationship. A prison relationship. I think that's where she was most comfortable. Because when he finally did get out, she barely could look at him. Or she didn't want him to look at her. One of the two. She lacked some confidence. She definitely lacked some confidence. When he saw her, you know, he didn't say, oh, you so beautiful. All he said was, I'm glad I'm touching a woman. He didn't say you. He said a woman, any woman. Like I said, she better go get her some Advil, because I think right now what he going to do is just wear her little pee thing out. She better get her a hot water pad, something, put it between her legs and some Advil, because she about to get worn the hell out. Worn out. He said he ready for that. He ready for a massage. And he ready to go to the casino. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. The casino, that's too close to robbery. I don't know. This don't sound like nobody reformed. You still want that fast money. You still want that fast money? The casino, really? That's what you want? I don't know what kind of programs we got in prison to reform people. It don't sound like we got none, because all these people telling us they do is chilling and working out. That ain't helping people get reformed. These people need to be reformed. A Love During Lockup, they started talking about they was going to open up a restaurant together. But I don't think that's going to happen with these two. This is a hot mess. Like I said, where's my balloon? Let me pop my balloon again, because this ain't going nowhere. And you know it ain't going nowhere, because already in the scenes for next week, Shante over there crying, talking about, everybody warned me. Everybody warned me. These ladies don't listen. They must got a whole lot of wax in their ears, because they don't listen, they don't look, they don't watch, they don't do nothing. They live in a fantasy world. They live in a fantasy world, and they really don't want these men to come out of prison, because when they come out of prison, they're going to get woken up real quick. Talk about, are you woke? Are you woke yet? They going to get woken up, because these men are going to give them a serious alarm, a wake-up call, because everything they've been thinking ain't what it is at all. I'm going to tell you, as we move on to the next delusional woman, Kim, I tell you, she's really, really delusional, because she not only dealing with a felon, she dealing with a drug addict, and she got 2 young boys. 2 young boys. The boys run around talking about Joey. Joey is the felon's name. Joey's in jail for breaking and entering, a larceny, and identity theft. He got 6 years. So more than likely, he was a drug addict. He was breaking and entering into some place, people's houses, whatever, stealing shit, selling it for drugs to get high, probably stealing credit cards, identity theft, trying to run up people's credit cards. And this woman, Kim, who has this nice, sweet daddy, she a teacher's aide. This who she want to bring in her life. She said she a serial dater on the Ferris wheel continuously. A continuous Ferris wheel. And now she done hit rock bottom. You dating a drug addict and a felon, and you bringing them into the lives of your two little boys. And now you got one of your little boys saying, I want Joey to be my daddy number 2. 2 of what? 2 of 5? 2 of 6? I ain't really for people losing their kids, but I'm telling you, some of these decisions, some of these women, ugh, I don't like it. I really don't like it. She said she can't even remember the last time she really been single. She said when she got with Joey, y'all remember what she said? She was with Joey before she was even divorced from the last person. No, when she was with the last person was before she was even divorced, and now she's with Joey now, talking about she gonna get married, but she not even really officially divorced now. That's why he run around talking about, are you cheating me with your ex-husband? He ain't ex, Joey. The ex ain't exing. The ex is still a husband. He still got papers on her. She's not divorced from him. And like she said, she ain't never really been single. She can't be single. Because I think Kim is a user. I do. As much as I don't like the fact that she's with a drug addict and a felon bringing into these kids' lives, I think she's a user. I think she uses her daddy. And when she started talking about when this man come out of prison, all she could talk about is what this man was going to keep her kids so she could go off and do stuff. He was going to be able to be she was like, it's okay that he ain't got no job yet because he can be my built-in babysitter. Girl, just pay for a nanny. It's going to be less work. All she doing is looking at what this man's going to come and do for her. And the truth of the matter is, she going to be doing for him, and he going to do more damage to her than she thinks he's going to be doing for her. It's delusion. Like, I think Kim, the reason why she's a serial relationship girl is because I don't think she can stand on her own 2 feet. I really don't. I don't think she can stand on her own 2 feet. And I just don't get it. She done hit rock bottom. She's scraping the bottom of the barrel with this dude. Let me tell you something. You know, when your aunts, Joey's aunts and mother start telling you about him and you still don't want to listen to the mama of the aunts. Like I said, I'm all for giving people second chances, but they even let these inmates come out of prison and prove that they different. What is the rush? If he's changed, that'll be a good thing. But they ain't even waiting for no opportunity to see if these men have changed. People need to watch this show because this is a good show about what not to do. People are always trying to give advice on dating. This show right here tell you what not to do. And Kim worried about, now I got somebody to pick up the kids. She told him when she was, now you can do the bedtime stories. You can do this. Girl. That ain't the life he gonna be interested in when he come out of jail. They're not even his kids. Ugh. Delusion. Complete delusion. But you know, a lot of this stuff, like I said, with Zariah and everything else, a lot of this points to really the selfishness of these ladies. Because these ladies ain't thinking about nothing but getting their itch scratched. When it really comes down to it, a lot of these women attraction to these men, it has nothing to do with what the men have done for them, what the women have been in their what the men have been in their lives. It's all about getting their itch scratched. That's it. That is it. And in exchange, they are giving these men so much room and position in their lives. I mean, if you want to sleep with the man, just sleep with him. But why you got to marry him? Why you got to be your boyfriend? Why he got to be around your kids? Why your kids have to accept him before you even met him in prison? What kind of message is that? You got to accept this man in your life to your child before I even met him in person, my own damn self. This is some crazy stuff. Great, but I'm here for it. It's crazy, but I got a front row seat for the crazy. I sure do. I got a front row seat to the crazy. I'm here to look at it. I'm here to watch it, every minute of it. And hopefully, y'all gonna be here too. Like I said, if y'all ain't watched the show, go back and watch it. And if you have watched it, let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Because let me tell you, episode 1, well, really, they calling it, it's season 9, episode 1. But when you see it, because I watch it on Philo. What you guys watching on? I'm going to leave a little link in the thing before Philo. But I watch it on Philo because I pay my little $25 a month. And I watch it on Philo. And on Philo, it says season 5, episode 31. But then I heard it was season 9, episode 1. I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm here for it. I am here for it. But that's it, y'all. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.